in Vietnam, also known Saigon. So that's why I think when I post, I put hashtag Saigon or hashtag Vietnam. So, but today I want to, it's something that not crossed my mind, that I sort of realized in this trip, where what you think you want and need is not actually what you truly need. And this is really a random subject, but I was really thinking about it earlier today, and I thought I have to share it with you. And I hope guys you can actually hear me. Maybe I can sit like this so it's a bit closer to my mouth. Basically, when I was looking and researching hotels in Ho Chi Minh City, I had a list of the things that I want the hotel to have. For example, swimming pool, gym, sauna, steam. I want it to be the room to be on the top floor, window, bath, and the list was like huge. What I realized during this stay, that I don't actually need half the shit that I thought I needed, because in the last 4 years I haven't really been traveling that much. And I know you probably watching this video and thinking, what do you mean you haven't been traveling? You're always in Thailand, here, there, everywhere. Yeah, but I go between only a few countries. I think last 4 years it's literally, I don't know, 5-6 countries max that I visited, whereas before I'd be going away every 2 months. So I think I've lost my experience when it comes to traveling. However, what I did gain with the help of someone is how not to overpack. And what I did this trip, I really tested myself. So I've packed a suitcase, and one day before the travel I was like, right, let's remove half of what I packed. And guys, do you know what? I still have 2 things that I haven't worn, and I'm here for 5 days or 5 or 6 days. So I think when it comes to packing clothes, I am so good at it now. I think living in Thailand in a small apartment, small accommodations, really taught me how to have as little as possible, because it only adds it just adds pressure. You have to carry it, you have to think where you're going to store it. And you know what, over the last few years, every time I leave Thailand and go back to Latvia or UK, and I sort of store my clothes and my stuff, when I come back, half of the things I have to bin because of the mold. So yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And now I reflect on it and I'm like, no, just change clothes every year. So buy 10 items, mix different outfits with it, hire a professional who can help you to do that. If, there's just so many girls out there on internet that can help you with styling, with buying the right stuff, like creating capsules. So anyway, packing, I'm good. The only thing I did fuck up this time, I didn't take any serum and conditioner for my hair. So I took shampoo, I took mask, but yeah, forgot to do that. So the hair is absolutely crazy. Anyway, with hotel, the swimming pool that I wanted, I haven't used it once, and I'm not planning to use it. So that's one thing. Okay, gym I've used. But to be honest, if the room is big enough, the workout that I do for the travel time, you could do stuff in your room, if of course it's big enough. Bath, okay, I think the hotel will have a massive water bill after I check out, because yesterday I had like 3 baths, full on bath, massive, huge, full of water. But anyway, my mum said you paid, so you might as well use it. So bath, yes. Iron and ironing board, I must have, because all my clothes been creased in a suitcase. So that is a must for me when I travel next. Sauna and steam, I just used sauna. Steam wasn't really working well, and I was like, well, actually, you don't need both. I know in Phuket I do both, but when you travel, one of them will be sufficient. So again, when next time I book a hotel, it does not have to have a pool. Spa is amazing. I love spa, especially in the evenings, or like this morning I went to and had a 10-minute sauna. I've been eating like a pig, which I'm sure you can tell from my stories on Instagram. And if you haven't been following me on Instagram, it's natalija.kica, same as the name of the channel, but just with a dot. I post there daily, so in case you miss me, definitely follow me there. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you don't want to miss out for all the useful things that I share, then for sure subscribe as well. Yeah, and then 5-star hotel. Okay, I booked 5-star hotel, and I'm thinking, why? Bed is, as long as it's got big comfortable bed, it's got bath. I love bath. You see, I don't have bath in Thailand where I live, so for me, when I go away, I really want to have the luxury of bath. You don't really need a 5-star. Yes, service is good. Yes, everyone speaks English, but I'm really, I think living in Thailand really taught me how to speak the language without speaking the language. It's using the body language. So yeah, I really don't feel like you should overpay, because I remember when I bought my house in UK, it's a 3-bedroom, huge house, and I was living there by myself. I haven't used half of the house, and in my head I'm thinking, so why am I so bothered about having big space? You don't use it, so you pay for something that you don't actually use. And I've changed the way I think about stuff. Now I only want what I need. Of course I like nice things, pretty things, but sometimes you spend days, like I've spent days researching for hotel just to make sure it ticks all my boxes and this and that and the other. For what? Like a rooftop at the hotel I've used once. They have like a jacuzzi on the rooftop, obviously swimming pool. Well, what's the point? I probably paid, half of the cost went for this facility, and I haven't used it really. So, yeah, so a lot of reflection on this trip. Next time I plan my next trip, I will be doing things in a very, very different way. Like I said, clothes, I'm really, really happy. Toiletries messed up a little bit, took too many of some things and not enough of another. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, in terms of planning and agenda places to see, I've actually planned. I had like quick overview of what's important to see when you're here, but my agenda, I just planned it daily. I was like, okay, today I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. So you don't have to spend like hours and hours researching before your trip. You can just do it when you're here and get a feel. And another thing as well that I've thought that I should do maybe next time, it's one sec. It's actually book one night in a hotel, and then if I like it, to extend my stay. Because for example, where I stay now, I didn't really, the area is okay, but it's not really my thing. I like to have like European food, and I'm very particular. That the cafes, the restaurants that they have a lot of like Vietnamese, and I'm not a fan of Vietnamese food, unfortunately. Yeah, what I like anyway. So, so I think if I had a choice, I would have changed the location of my hotel, even though the hotel is out like stunning. Like I said, it's a 5-star with everything that you have in your head, they have. So yeah, loads of realization, loads of food for thought, and I've actually created a list now. So I remember this is what I need when I travel. This is what I need to pack, so I can be super organized, not waste my time. I'm very time efficient. Time is the most expensive thing you have, so I want to make sure I spend it wisely. And also recommend you do the same. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my little thinking loud session. And any questions, pop below. Bye.